right, welcome to News Insights. Philip, everybody is saying Abuja is not as it is before. Why that statement is coming from all corners? Some are saying Wike is doing wonders, and some are saying Wike doesn't know what he is doing. But we don't have that kind of complete resonance for Wike. The House of Reps, they are preparing to investigate why there are refugees everywhere, littered, apart from the heap dumps, almost along all walkways and all that in many places. We don't used to see that in Abuja, in as much as a few bridges are springing up that Wike is doing. But these emergency health conditions where people might be contaminated just because you are walking by or you're standing by, we don't used to have such in Abuja. When we come back, we'll discuss about that. And also, we just learned that Jimmy Cliff has gone to meet with the Lord after 81 years on earth. May he so rest in peace, and may God comfort the living. Let's look at a video to see if we can have a glimpse of how the refugees across Abuja is looking like.
You see, this somewhere, I think, along Jabi, or somewhere.
Somewhere we will say two.
Somewhere we will say two. Okay, yeah. Opposite H-Medics, we will say two. Yes.
Oh, the one in Aminukano Christian.
The one in Aminukano Christian.
You can imagine. The heart of Abuja.
This somewhere in Jabi. That's what we can see.
Yes.
There's a plaza there. It's just along the road. They are burning it. Environmental degradation.
That's environmental hazard.
Imagine the stench coming.
That's environmental hazard.
Yes, that's all you see in Abuja these days. When I first came to Abuja, all the time you see them clearing the grass.
When you talk of Wike, bridges springing up everywhere, I don't think it's entirely Wike's handiwork.
No.
For instance, the one of
Wike Bridge was almost 95% completed. Before
the only one you can actually give credit to him.
This one is in Gwarinpa.
I think they started carrying this already.
But the place is still so messy, very, very messy. I mean, this was what it was. I mean, this is a popular place in Gwarinpa.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, everywhere is so messy.
So Abuja
you were talking about Wike Bridge. Wike Bridge was just about 95% completed before Wike came on board. They finished up and they brought canopy to commission it. And for me, the first time I was seeing any bridge being commissioned and you are closing the road and bringing canopy, bringing musicians, I have never really seen it.
I couldn't comprehend it when I saw it because it's on. I was thinking if I was in a local government somewhere in the interior of Nigeria, not the FCT. But you see, this is what you have when you have, a man from the village coming to the city for the first time. It's only the civilization he knows in the village that he will bring it to the city, and that's what we are seeing in person of Wike. Wike, all his life before he came into politics, had never left the confine of Port Harcourt. Not just rivers. It's just the query as is. The my 4, the way it's Obiakpo is my 4, my 5, my 6. Not even my 3, because my 3 is already in the city. That's where he was confined to, and Providence smile on him when Peter Odili became governor. His friend to Rotimi Amechi took him along because Amechi was already a PA to Odili as even a private PA. So that's how Wike gained entrance into public view. So you don't expect much for the man that is coming from a hamlet. That's what into a city.
Service delivery. You've been hammering on service delivery.
Exactly.
Abuja being littered with refugees is something I've really never seen before.
It's not just refuse, Okafor. Refuse plus we always seen the grasses mud. See, let me tell you something, and I want people to know this. We are not taking a personal swipe.
No. Before you go ahead, let me read what the House of Rep member Mr. Gillo said. So the combined effect of accumulated waste, blocked drainages and sewage systems, and pervasive darkness from 40 streetlights is creating a dual crisis. So many streetlights that were always working before, they are not blind.
Like I said, like what all that you read that now,
yes.
We used to see during the rainy season, even before the dry season, we used to see people coming to mow the lawns, public spaces. Everywhere is now bushes. He has barricaded some empty spaces so that hoodlums will not be running up and down. They can be, if I'm sure they did that because of a security firm. He has done all that. But these places must be kept clean. The refuse mess in Abuja is in a total disarray. I mean, it's bad. It's that bad. Now, if you create road, link bridges, right? You must maintain them. The motor parks are everywhere now. There must be designated motor parks. If you do a road, for example, this Maitama Bridge, the one that is going to next area, is a good place. But the motor parks people have taken over the place. We need to have good service delivery in Abuja so that all that he has done with the roads will all come out very nicely.
All right. There's a statement from Mr. Sol. He said, we must not abdicate our responsibility over the FCT. The city is filthy and endangers the health of residents and visitors. We didn't used to have it like this. This is to draw Wike's attention to the fact that Abuja was a very beautiful city. Like really beautiful, just that the minister before you, for some reason didn't do anything. But Abuja was still clean. Maybe he didn't invest in infrastructure or bridges. Yeah, like this weird bridge you're talking about, it was substantially done by him, and it's not like Abuja was, even when Mike was Minister of State for Education back in Jonathan's time, Abuja was very, very sweet. So the Abuja that he met, he should understand that service delivery and keeping people clean, keeping environment clean, even though you want to construct one other bridge, which is fine, it's not your money, it's the government money, it is important to the people.
Yeah, what's the name of the man you just mentioned? Mr. Soli. In confirmation of what Mr. Soli said, you need to, as we speak right now, take a right Gaiki area, and we are even as far as Maitama. If it is things that you will perceive, you see, Abuja has a central sewage system. These are not being maintained. You see water, escaping from the sewage system, running through the street and giving a terrible state. So when the man said it portends danger to our head, he knew what he was saying. He must have experienced it. I have experienced it. When you talk about to draw a Wike attention to this, Wike should understand that there's sometime in this Abuja, maybe he's just coming in, that Abuja, the whole town will be fumigated by the FCTA, and there were no mosquito in the city center. But you can't have that now. The trees were maintained, but you see mosquitoes are everywhere because of the dirty everywhere. You see why I'm not surprised. If you have lived in Port Harcourt or you have visited Port Harcourt in old days, when you're in the area like My 1, My 2, and Job, this is what they call. I can't. Fela used to use it to sing. Say in Africa we do this. I don't want to use those kind of language. They don't have sewage system. They at night people will come and take, of course, away and all of that. That's what the man is used to. That is why even the central sewage he met on ground, he can't even maintain it. When you talk about Wike doing things, like when you places like Lokogoma that are begging for development, Lugbe and all of that, where are the central sewage system? I'm talking about the one that's already existed. He can't even maintain them. So the man is bereft of idea. The project you think the man is doing is, I have said it before, is for him to make his immediate money. They are all overpriced.
I noticed that a lot of people that came into Abuja during the last administration, that's Buhari's administration, they are all singing praises for Wike. But the people who had been in Abuja for a very long time will let you know that there's actually nothing Wike is doing that they have not seen before in terms of maybe a road or bridge. El-Rufai did much more than this, even for a shorter period and all that. So El-Rufai was everywhere. Even Bala that didn't perform too much, maintenance city was running very well. There is you can't find a refuse anywhere. The street lights were all working and all that. And we didn't hear any scandalous project like using 39 billion to renovate International Conference Center. And for all who have known about International Conference Center, being International Conference Center, you change it to Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center. Nobody has problem with that. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is our president and is a Nigerian, But when you look at the cost, the money that went into that, and looking at, for example, Life Camp District, where is the official residence of the FCT minister himself, a lot of roads there are unattended. They either have not been paved before at all, or the ones paved are not being maintained, or even being maintained by the residents contributing money to get it done. Cafe District, the same thing. And Gwarimpa is no longer Gwarimpa. Go, the roads in Gwarimpa are so terrible. Gwarimpa used to be a fully functional, autonomous community of its, not even, let me call it a city of its own. Everything was in Gwarimpa.
Let me
The roads are so bad, littered with people driving against higher traffic and all that.
Let me tell you, I will try to extract a story from the Bible. They talked about.
We have time.
We have time. We don't. Jesus talked about them. He said, he talking to the Pharisees. He said, you pay tithe of every mint and tint, and forget the weightier matters of the law. He said, which is love. Now, he didn't condemn tithing, but he said, also show love to every other person. What Wike is doing is great. We can't say he's not doing anything, especially coming from the past administration.
Exactly.
Do you understand? The link bridges that have lingered for a long time, some of the access road that is creating. There's one road that is going to Karimu Idu that is constructing.
Yes.
Fantastic. But for us to keep on living here as sane human beings, there are things that are basic that he must give attention to, that he must do, especially the sanitation of this town. That's number one. Number two, Wike should leave the gardens alone. The gardens are meant so that we can exchange oxygen and carbon dioxide with natural trees. He should leave them alone and don't turn them to estates. That's what we are saying. Another minister will come tomorrow and bring those things down.
Can I tell you the risk of distortion of the Abuja master plan, the ecosystem, where Wike is now turning gardens into a fully developed estate where people are going to live in? Is it not going to turn Abuja into a very highly dense city? Because that's not Abuja was not meant to be a city that has high population density. You know, have land. I understand it's expensive spreading infrastructure. They want to try to converge as much people within the city to make use of existing infrastructure, but that's not what Abuja city was predicated on.
You see, it's unfortunate that this is what we have at this time, but I'm not surprised that he's doing what he's doing because of where he is coming from. You know, if you understand the Abuja master plan very well, Abuja was, you know, when you say district, it's for a purpose, so that the town will not be congested. But the only thing that we can understand as as a developed place is where people are in congestion. But in a civilized society where the master plan of Abuja was that there will be space so that there will be oxygen freely given. So whether Wike is doing what he's doing, I have said it before on this platform that a man who understands what civilization is, a man who understands what a city is, when it comes in, a man who understands the master plan of Abuja it is, if Wike it turns all the gardens into a estate, that man, when he comes in, he will implement the master plan, and the people who acquire these gardens for estate purpose, it is they I feel for.
All right, we expect Wike to face squarely the sanitization of Abuja as it is, and we want a good sanitation in Abuja, and you don't have to declare Saturday as a sanitation day for it to happen, because we have never had that before. We have people that are, they were the people that are in charge of this, and they were doing it from time to time, and like Kingsley said, leave our gardens alone. We used to say Abuja one garden. Can we say that again?
All of a sudden,
it's no longer one garden.
If they lie, they turn it to estate. Where
So
the
we can leave our garden alone.
The man who understands the master plan when it comes in.
Yes.
If I did it, the man will bring those estates. I pity those who are acquiring those gardens.
All right. Leave our garden alone. We'll be right back very shortly.